Jerry Punch has a comment on Darrell Waltrip.
Guys, you know, why jettison the good thing? There are 2 cars in the field today that have been to victory lane in the Goodies 300. One of them, Darrell Waltrip, is driving. It's the car he won with in 1989, back when that car was a Monte Carlo, and Dale Earnhardt's car. The last 2 years, the same race car, the same engine. Tony Ure took it home, covered it up, said, we're going back to Daytona in 1 year, and they brought it back.
Boy, how many years do you think he can keep doing that? Just take it home and cover it up and bring it out every year and win this race.
I don't know. We see Walter trying to get by Tracy Leslie. Tracy fights back on the outside, and here comes Jeff Burton. He's going to challenge Darrell on the outside. And there's Earnhardt still leading.
Still leading the mostly single file formation down through the trioval and into turn number 1, with Schrader, Gant, and Labonte not too far behind. 4 cars in the lead draft, and then a little bit of separation back to 5th.
These cars awfully tight. Maybe Schrader and Gant, if they hook up and go together, they can do something. But
you have to think that that's in their strategy, maybe, or at least they're thinking about doing that, because that, I believe, is about the only way that they're going to have a possibility of beating Earnhardt.
Meanwhile, Tracy Leslie and Ward Burton is drafted up on the back bumper of Terry Labonte.
And we'll again tell you that that orange and blue car, 5th in line, is 2 laps down, driven by Ward Burton. 6 cars nose to tail off corner 2 down the back stretch with less than 6 to go now.
They're all trying to figure out, Bob, what can I do to win? We know that Earnhardt is strong. Schrader says, what can I do that will trick Earnhardt into giving Harry and I a lane to go through? Earnhardt's running high. He's running high. He'll probably run high until the last lap, and then he'll run low.
115 complete, 5 to go. Burton pulling out of line to the inside. That's Labonte up on the top, and the white number 14 running 4th. And then here comes Tracy Leslie, has had a fine race today.
I was going to say, that's what Ward Burton needs to do, is move over, let those guys go by, and let all the guys on the lead lap fight it out for the position.
Tracy Leslie started 21st. And now Burton is dropping back and letting him go. Nice move.
He's 2 laps down, and there's only 4 laps to go now, so he can't win. He's going to let the guys that can win decide it. There's his brother, Jeff Burton, down there, back behind that white car.
Jeff has had a good race. Started 2nd and is running 6th.
Doesn't look like Schrader and Harry Gant can get close enough to Earnhardt to do anything with him. Meanwhile, that Terry Labonte car, that white car, the number 14, that's his own car. He has started his own Busch Grand National team this year, and his father, Bob, who was Bobby's crew chief last year, is the crew chief on that car.
They'll come down and complete lap number 117. 3 more laps to go. Now, if Dale Earnhardt does hold off the competition and win this race, it'll be his 16th Grand National Super Speedway win, the most in BGN history. John Kernan has a report.
Bobby, you're just talking about Terry Labonte out there starting his own race team. 2 years ago, he qualified the first time for this event. Then his brother Bobby, who was running for the points race in BGN, wrecked his car on Friday before the race. So Terry gave up his car to Bobby, who then wrecked it on Saturday and totaled that car. So what happened, the car that Bobby Labonte wrecked on Friday, he gave it to Terry to make up for the Terry car that he wrecked on Saturday. And the one from the Friday wreck 2 years ago is the one that Terry has out there on the racetrack today. Did I explain that okay? Did you get all of that?
I think I understand it. You might go over one more time slowly, though. No, well, 2 more laps to go. White flag will come out next time. Earnhardt, Schrader, Gant, Labonte, Leslie, your top 5 in the lead draft. Passing Ricky Craven there, who runs slow on the racetrack. Ricky has not had a very good day. He's 21st, a lap down.
Now he's 2 laps down. Earnhardt just put in that second lap down. Okay, Schrader, you got a lap and a half.
Yep.
You got it figured out.
Look at this. 188 was the last report on speed. That's a mile and a half an hour faster than they qualified. Here it is, coming down. White flag is being shown.
And Harry Gant trying to go to the inside of Schrader.
They almost collided. Well, we're going to have to see some movement if Earnhardt is going to lose this race. What is going to happen?
Tracy Leslie on the outside. He's the first guy to make a move.
Up on top of Terry Labonte in the battle for 4th, but Labonte has good momentum coming off the corner and takes back 4th position. We see no movement at the moment up front. Schrader and Gant are hooked together, but they cannot make a move on Dale Earnhardt. They go into turn number 3, still in single file formation. Gant lets the 7 car slide up the banking just a little bit. Schrader's in the middle of the racetrack. Earnhardt is down low. There will be no movement. Schrader may make a last-ditch effort, but Earnhardt is going to win this race. Schrader is 2nd, Gant 3rd, Labonte 4th, and Tracy Leslie finishes in 5th position. And Darrell Waltrip leads another group of cars down, and he finishes unofficially in 7th. There's the GM Goodrich crew. They have won another race here at Daytona. A Busch Clash victory, a twin 125 win, and now the checkered flag in the Goody's 300. This is his 6th victory in this event, his 4th in a row, and his 19th win in the series. And it was an impressive performance. He had him covered just about all the way from the drop of the green flag. We'll be back to talk with the winner after this. At Daytona International Speedway, where Dale Earnhardt beat Ken Schrader and Harry Gant today in the Goody's 300. We'll go to Victory Lane in just a moment. First down to John Curtin, who's with Tony Eury.
Very happy Tony Eury. Tony, what do you guys got in that race car that nobody else has?
I think the biggest deal is between the seat and the steering wheel, really. It's been a good race car. We've raced this car for 2 years. One, we brought her back. That's 4 in a row for us, and matter of fact, it's even the same engine, so we got a good combination. We don't want to get rid of it.
Now, Jerry said you guys just covered up after Daytona. Did you have to do that this year?
No, we had to work on it a little bit this year. They got out the new templates. We had to work on it a little bit, and but we didn't have to do a whole lot to it, and anything we did, most of the stuff we did to it helped it a little bit.
Well, he may not look like it, but Tony Eury is very, very happy. I'm sure another person who's very happy is Tony's driver, Dale Earnhardt, who's in Victory Lane with Jerry Punch.
Thank you very much, John. It seems appropriate. This driver has been giving others headaches all week long here in Daytona, and today he wins the Goody's 300, the 4th in a row. Dale Earnhardt, congratulations.
Thank you, Jerry. You know, I'd like to thank the Goody's folks and Jim Goodrich and all the folks with their sponsor. They did a great job. Tony Eury and all the team did a good job. It's the 4th year they've won this race in a row, and this is the 3rd year with this race car, so they've done a good job with it 3 years in a row.
You lost a little ground a couple times, but the car drafted back up almost flawlessly.
Oh, it did a super job. It drove great and ran good in the draft. And Schrader and the guys were shooting at us there at the end, but we had enough to hold them off. The car got a little wide, but Schrader had his hands full with Harry and him trying to get by him, too.
Could this be an omen? Could this be the year, Dale?
I hope so. Everything's going great here in Daytona. We're looking forward to tomorrow, I guarantee you.
Dale Earnhardt winning the Goody's 300 in the Goodrich Western Steer Chevrolet. And take a look at the picture here. Taylor, Teresa, and all the family here in Victory Lane to celebrate.
He's had a lot of victories at Daytona in the past week, but hadn't scored a single Winston Cup point yet, Benny. And I know that the place that he really wants to be is in that spot tomorrow after the Daytona 500 by STP.
I guarantee you, Earnhardt, with all of his victories and what have you, the Daytona 500 trophy on his mantle would be the #1 trophy.
You're watching the complete field rundown of our Goody's 300 here this afternoon. We'd like to remind you that we have another live speed week coming up tomorrow that will air at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. We'll talk to the winner of the Daytona 500 by STP. And, of course, our regular coverage of NASCAR Winston Cup competition begins at Darlington in the late part of March. 15 big races that we'll televise for you this year here on ESPN, including, of course, the final one at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Place where we'll wrap it up and determine a Winston Cup champion for 1993. Our congratulations to Dale Earnhardt, victorious here at Daytona. this afternoon. For Benny Parsons, John Kernan, and Dr. Jerry Punch, this is Bob Jenkins. Thank you for being with us. So long, everyone.